Welcome back to the QRLS regular season. We are 2 matches away from concluding a very eventful week 3 and very eventful first third of the season. I'm Drakpack, I'm joined by Punchy, and today we've got the Speed Demons taking on the Spectres. Punchy, how you doing?
Doing well, my friend. Looking forward to the match today, getting the Spectres and the Speed Demons out. Your two teams I have yet to cast myself, so I'm actually looking forward to this one. We got Zyrek, I see, on the Speed Demons. That man knows how to handle a mic and a good casting as well. It's good to see him out there playing.
Yeah, Zyrek, not only one of our main casters, also host of the weekly recap show along with me on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Plug that once again whenever I get a chance to. Speed notable substitutions for the Speed Demons and Spectres. For the Spectres, BBB Toms is in for Daniel. Toms was drafted by the Bleacher Boys, but was dropped during during the preseason, yet to play in the regular season. So he will be making his debut, although he's only on a sub deal. And then on the other side, on fire, we are yet to see him play for the Speed Demons, and he will be replaced by Nick Theron for this matchup. So, couple of subs on either side. Not really much to say. Nick's is taken very high. He was taken in the first round by um, Kiptero. So hopefully, maybe his rating might leave a little bit to be desired if you are the Speed Demons. He does only come in at a 130, but taken first in the first round, maybe plays a little bit higher than that 130 might suggest. Um, and then on the side of Tom's did play in the free agent showcase. Was had some moments, what I'd not necessarily the bright star in that, but he did show up and he did show up in a good way. And, it's good to see Tom's getting a chance to play. And the Spectre squad is very hot. So, Tom's is going to be in good hands here. And Nick's is going to, hopefully spur the Speed Demons on to getting their first series win. But, Punchy, how you feeling about these matchups?
Well, to be honest, as well as I don't know these teams too well, I'm just gonna go based off of the players I know, and Zyrek is my man, and I'm gonna go with the Speed Demons because I think Zyrek's an awesome person, and I think he's gonna be able to do it. But again, I don't know these two squads too well. I'm excited to see them play. I'm excited to see them a little more in depth. I just do not know them well enough to give you a good, accurate answer. But yeah, Zyrek's my man, so I'm gonna go with him on Speed Demons.
All right, I guess we're gonna fill you in on a little bit of history. So for the week of 1 and week 2, Spectres is the last team in the QRLS to be undefeated. They are 6-0, and they have been looking quite mighty, although a little bit disrespected in the power rankings. They only came up fourth in the week 2 power rankings, so they're gonna be looking to make a statement here. Speed Demons were Speed Demons. The roster has yet to remain consistent. So week 1, they played Masamune, Skyripa, Dave, which they was not that competitive of a roster. So they pick up Zyrek, pick up On Fire, and in week 2 they play with that roster. On Fire didn't debut, but still Zyrek, Skyripa, and Dave, and they were a little bit more competitive. But now uh, on a sub deal now with Knicks coming in for On Fire, which means Knicks will have to play for the duration of the series. That will make their third roster for the Speed Demons. I feel like there's a running gag that I've picked up on that the Cyclones are the ones that kind of change their rosters a lot, but the Speed Demons have yet to maintain a consistent roster, and this might come to bite them, especially against a very good Spectres side. But I still got to root for Zyrek. I got to root for my pals over the Speed Demons, but Spectres are going to be looking to make a statement here.
All right, guys, and you heard it here first from our man Drac. And we're gonna have just a few minutes here before we get this rolling. We're making sure all the players gonna load into the lobby as we get the lobby set up here as well. And Spectres, Speed Demons in a best of 3. And it's gonna be up in the air who takes this one. Just hang tight as we're gonna be back in just a few seconds here.
Yeah. And to note the rosters that we currently have in the lobby. So we have for the side of the Spectres, it will be
Ooh.
Mel, Lights Out, and Tom's. And Tom's being that sub piece, he has to come in. He has to play all 3 series. On the side of the Speed Demons, it is Zyrek, Dave, and Nyx, which once again, Nyx is the sub there. He's going to have to play. So we are getting set, ready to go. Teams are in, and we are live. Speed Demons versus Spectres. Kickoff happening now. Zyrek and Mel will start off. Mel getting a little bit of the better. Nick Zeron a little bit awkward on the halfway line. Lights Out coming in now, trying to go shot, but it goes wide. Zyrek carries on, can't quite get it past Mel, and Mel with one of the top clips in the week 2 recap. Gonna get a quick goal here. Little bit of an awkward shot, not really anybody back. Nick Zeron and Dave not necessarily queued up the best, leaving a little bit on the table. 1-0 for the side of the Spectres. Zyrek taking over, trying to get this clear. Not necessarily able to do so, but Dave will pass this off to Zyrek. Zyrek will get a flip reset. Won't be able to do so. Nick Zeron and Tom's attempting a 50-50. Nick Zeron will get the better of it, pass it back to Dave, who's going to whiff, unfortunately. Zyrek will be there to make sure things don't get chaotic, but Mel's going to fire a long shot. Nix is just going to get a piece of it to direct it to the corner. Mel attempting for an air dribble, can't get it in. Nick Zeron whiffs, Lights Out with the fake. 50-50, still dangerous for the side of the Speed Demons. Dave's going to take this to the corner, but they're not out of the woods yet. Nick Zeron able to get this clear. Now they go on the attack. Nick Zeron to Dave. Good shot attempt, good placement, just a little bit less power than he might have wanted there. Toms directs his center for Mel, who shoots. Nick Zeron and Zyrek both go for it, but Nyx will get the clear. Gets it passed back. Nyx a little bit handled on the back wall, but bounces away harmless. Dave gets this past Mel. Toms and Zyrek up. Toms will get it. Coming down the side wall. None of the side of the Spectre is really competitive. Jumps it. Lights Out gets the touch. Little bit of boom ball on the left side here. Zyrek will boom it to Toms. Can't get it clear. Speed Demons can't get it out of their zone. 3 minutes to go. Still 1-0. Dave on the side of Speed Demons trying to get this pass. Can't quite do so. Nick Zeron attempts, gets it to Dave. Oh, just a little bit high, unfortunately. Really good shot opportunity there, but just goes a little bit high. Mel, shot attempt. Can't quite get it. Nyx, a little bit awkward. Zyrek gets faked a little bit by Tom's, but gets a piece. Ball gets cleared out. Nyx with the full clear. Lights Out shot goes nowhere. Mel along the side wall. Zyrek's going to get it past him. He's going to 50-50 Toms. Try to go for a fake there, but bounces favorably for the Speed Demons. Zyrek attempting to get this down center. Won't be able to do so. Nyx with a 50-50 attempt in front of goal. Dave trying to get one to drop. Can't do so. And Spectres will take over. Spectres have been looking pretty good offensively, but a little bit of a mistake. Zyrek with a backwards pass. Can't quite get it. Dave attempting a 50-50 in front. Nix with a shot attempt, but two players, Mel and Lights Out, both able to get on that. Toms will get the third touch. Offense now for Spectres. Lights Out trying to get this center. Lights Out having an amazing goal that got clipped in week 1. But Mel to Toms, who's gonna get the goal?
Beautiful play here out of the squad, and I like the way they're bringing the energy here, able to shut that down, moving up 2-0 here with a minute 30 left to play. And here we go, hopping right into the action. Oh my gosh. Sorry, apologies there. I was thrown off by the name Spectres instead of Spectate. That caused me a bit of a dilemma in my brain. It's going to be Zyrek able to get the touch, popping it off the back wall. Ethereon trying to keep the ball rolling. Zyrek able to get that out. It's going to be Lights Out with a nice clear back towards the center. Good play off the corner wall, but it's not going to be enough. Mel getting the ball readjusted. Dave trying to do what he can here for the Speed Demons, keeping it out of their turf. And like you were saying as well, this match now, I want to see a little more energy here out of the Speed Demons to try and keep the defense up.
Yeah, tough with subs, and the Spectres are already coming in pretty hot. Mel, who's got the ball now, very good player. He was very competitive. One of the reasons why the Spectres are as high and hot as they are now, but Lights Out is also a player that just is capable of hitting those clips. Dave attempting to get 2 touches for a shot, can't do so. Mel's going to take over, carry it. But Mel and Lights Out on the same team. You know, Lights Out only 150, but is able to hit some very impressive shots. But
It's gonna be
5 seconds
on
to go.
4 seconds. Yeah, like you were saying. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly. 3 seconds left to go here, and it's gonna do it. And it's definitely gonna be a nice victory here from the Spectres, able to take game number 1 here, 2-0, and it's a decent fought battle. But like looking at the stats across the board, these guys are actually pretty neck and neck. No player standing, outstanding player here that stands up amongst the others. But this is actually a close battle. I think the Speed Demons have it in to take game number 2.
Yeah, I mean, 2-0 on the side of the score line. You want to see more offense. I think Spectres pretty dominant in terms of offensive possession. 9 shots to 2. Spectres though, or Speed Demons though with 6 saves, pretty good on the side on their side. Um, but Tom's, I'm really surprised with how well he's kind of fitting into the Spectre side and how able he's to kind of get in the mix and perform. You know, that's kind of what you need out of your subs, and Nyx is doing so similarly, but I feel like Tom's is really getting in there, being on leading kind of the offensive charge. There were moments where Mel's hitting the ball up to him. Like Mel and Lights Out are both going for a save, and the ball goes up to him, and he's able to kind of stall out a little bit, get continue on the offense, kind of be a target to clear to. And that's something that a lot of teams kind of forget about, especially when you're talking about lower ranked players. They're so worried about not scoring that they forget you've got to have some sort of outlet. Mel trying for a quick kickoff goal, but Zyrek is going to shut that down really close early on here.
I like the strats there by Mel, trying to get the flip reset into the net, throw everybody off guard with a quick early goal, but it's not able to work out. It's going to be Dave here with the clear. It's going to be Zyrek taking control of the ball, but it's going to go a bit high. Can he get the recovery from Ethereon? No. It's going to be denied by Lights Out, sending it back towards the net. It's going to be Dave, the last surviving member, able to clear that one out, up into the air to Zyrek, and that's going to head right in. And that's a great play here by the Speed Team. And Zyrek with a minimal boost, able to read that off the wall. Oh no, apologies, he had a lot more boost than I thought. Able to read that off the wall though, tucks it right on in. And this is what the kind of start I need to see from the Speed Team is if they want to bring this game back into their favor.
Yeah, shots is the name of the game, especially for Speed Demons trying to get back into this offensively. Zyrek does have that in him. He had the capability of like hitting some good mechanical shots, That one wasn't necessarily in terms of like mechanically skilled, not like a double touch or a flip reset, but it's really technical going up with a very high aerial, reading the ball, reading it, especially a pass from a teammate, not always necessarily exactly where you want it, but also just getting up and being able to get that shot on target is very impressive. What is also impressive now, Zyrek, less than a minute 30 in, already has a savior playing both sides, really playing hero ball for the side of the Speed Demons.
And you heard it here first, but just as you say it, Tom's able to tuck one away here for the Spectres, bringing this back to a 1-1 tied game. And I agree with you as well, Zyrek. Able to get some saves, able to put the offense and the defense, shows he's a multi-sided player. He's able to hop between and be very universal for the squad. It's going to be a big break here. Mel trying to stay with the ball, not going to be able to get any connection there. It's going to be a Ethereum with the double tap. Able to get past one. Can he clear Mel here with Zyrek? No. It's going to be a pop by Toms. Back towards the center. Going for the double touch into the wall. And it's going to be a nice clear. Ethereum should be able to take this ball here. Can he get past Mel? No. Back to the center. Lights out with the clear. And Dave, what a save. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. And Dave is doing a great job of staying on it. Zyrek again on another pop back. Lights out. Going for the double touch here. Is he going to get through? And that'll do it. An unfortunate bounce here by the side of the Speed Demons. Lights Out didn't even need the double touch. Just one will do, as they did it themselves and pop one in. It's now 2-1, still in favor of the Spectres.
Yeah, that one was rough. It's kind of rough when you have to double commit on a save. It's even more rough when the second guy actually touches it in, but Dave, he couldn't get the save on the other end, but he'll get a quick kickoff goal to keep it level. Just little pops it over Mel, who, Mel's been fantastic, but, if you can get a clip on against him, you're doing pretty good. A little bit quiet this game, though. 0 for 3 shots for Mel, only 1 assist. Really needs to be in this game more, and as I say that, Mel keeping the score level with an amazing save.
What a save there by Mel. That was insane. I was feeling pretty confident that that was going in the net no matter what, but it was denied. It's going to be popped back here. Lights Out, trying to do something, but he's not going to be able to get a good connection. It's going to be Mel on the save. And here comes Ethereum with the pressure here from the Speed Demons. Going for the double touch, but no. It's going to be popped over. Toms with the pop again, but Zyrek there able to take control of the ball. Can they stay on the blue side? It's going to be a pop here by Dave down to the right corner. Lights Out, looking to keep the aggression. He's going to take the ball from that side, no problems. Can he get the pop up? And a good play here by Lights Out. Gets it set up for his teammate, but Zyrek denies the opportunity. And that's going to be heading back to the corner. Mel trying to keep the save. And they're going to be holding it for now. Zyrek gets another good pop. And it is just back and forth between these teams. They are trying and they are hitting great shots, but the defense is there as well. And both teams are just battling to try and get one to slide through.
Yeah, especially, I've been impressed with how kind of resolute and resolute the teams are at really preventing shots in the first place. You're seeing some good passes, good setups, but they're getting cleared before they can get shot. Nyx is going to get a shot in name only, but the Spectres were on that quick. Zyrek is going to knock that down. Another shot getting knocked down before it materializes. Really good defense. Not necessarily going to show up on the scoreboard. Zyrek with an attempt, but Mel's there with the save. A little bit of a fake, but Mel once again reads that perfectly. Zyrek's going to stuff Lights Out, and Nyx is going to get a clear and a save. Mel's going to take it up the wall, flip reset, but Dave is going to meet him there and clear it for the side of the Speed Demons.
30 seconds left on the clock, still tied up at 2-2 apiece, and the Speed Demons not wanting to take a 2-0 knock here. They're looking to keep the momentum rolling. 20 seconds left to play. Dave able to get a big pop off the top bar. It's going to be Lights Out with control here in the bottom right corner. Can he get past a few squads? No. Ethereum able to get the push. And is that shot on? No. It's going to catch the side. Who's going to be able to get the clear? It'll be Mel. popping it back towards the middle. Tap by Ethereum over to Zyrek. And we are headed into overtime. Unless they keep this up, they get one. Nobody's there for the shot. And Dave with the backflip lets it go into overtime. And we are heading into an intense battle. I did not realize we were going to be this close here in game number 2.
Yeah, that's got a name commonly referred to as the feels flip. Usually it's when you want a fast aerial, but you get your inputs mixed up and you end up backflipping, and it's really unfortunate. Dave, oh, I was about to say that Dave almost let Lights Out have a good goal there, but he's just a little bit too narrow. Couldn't quite get that into the open net. A tight angle though. Tom's gonna try to get a touch. Zyrek's gonna get the clear. Uh, Dave was really there to really capitalize, but it was a bit of a tough pass to read. You didn't expect that to go in. Is that a pool shot? And Mel will get there for the save, but looked a little bit dangerous. Quick off. Mel's gonna get this past Zyrek. Gonna get a reset. Dave's there. Zyrek's gonna get the touch up. It's gonna bounce down. Dave with the shot attempt will hit the side wall. Dave's still on it though. Nix is gonna take over. Lights Out with the clear. Zyrek trying to get the center with another touch, getting a shot off. Mel there with the save.
Mel, once again, the anchor here on the saves. He's saved many shots that should have easily been goals here. Once again, right now, we saw Dave and Zyrek working up front, and it's just going to be Mel with a clutch save once again. We're a minute and a half here into overtime, and it looks like neither team is giving way to any of the pressure. It's going to be Tom's popping it back to Zyrek. Zyrek trying to run this one up the wall. He gets the bounce past Mel. Is anybody there to help him? No. It's going to be Lights Out with the clear. Dave trying to get the redirect back towards the orange side. A big pop here by Zyrek, but again, it's Mel with the save. This man is saving everything, dropping towards his net. And it's going to be Ethereum. Can he get the play off the wall? No. Denied again by Toms. And Dave passing back to Zyrek, and that should do it. No! Off the sidebar. I can't believe how close some of these shots are getting. And it's going to be Ethereum with the play off the top wall. Denied again. Can they find their way through?
Can't quite do so. With that last save, Mel took over the saves lead. He has 4 saves now. Zyrek is still on 3, but I mentioned that Mel needed to be a little bit more in the game. With 5 shots and 4 saves, he is very much in this game. Lights Out's going to get his first save of the game at a very crucial moment. 2 minutes, 30 seconds into overtime, clearing that off the back line. But Zyrek almost didn't need to do it. Toms is going to get that back to Mel, but that looked real dangerous. That was almost an own goal, but Tom's going to get away with it. Mel's going to get it 2 Toms for a shot, but goes wide. Lights Out, going to try to get it centered. Zyrek clears it away. Not well, though, and Mel's going to hit an open goal. 2 minutes, 57 seconds into overtime. Zyrek, who's been playing so well this game, has a little bit of a missed touch, and that's all that Mel needs to do to get this Game 2 win from the Spectres.
And that just shows the intensity between these two teams. It is that close. One little mistake separates the difference from a goal and not a goal. And when you're in 3 minutes of overtime, you have to be playing perfect Rocket League if you want to keep the time rolling. But that will do it. Game number 2 going to the Spectres as well. Mel with the dominant performance, 781 points there, 4 saves, 6 shots for his squad. As we're going to hop into the game number 3 here as well. But on the other side, I don't want to discount them. Zyrek, 617, looking pretty strong with 3 saves, 5 shots himself. And the rest of the squad there, I see a lot of shots on the side of Speed Demons. They just were not able to break the defense here by the Spectres.
Yeah, this game was a lot closer. Speed Demons actually get the nod in terms of shots, 11 versus 10. Uh, Equal in saves, just that one mistake. But the whole reason that game even went to overtime and they had even a chance was Zyrek showing up big in the early part of that game. For the vast majority of it, even he was playing some pretty tight defense. Knicks also can't can't we can't misstate. Knicks was also very present in terms of the defense. He is doing quite well, picked up 2 saves of his own, but in the end, it wasn't enough.
All right, guys, here we go into game number 3. 5 minutes on the clock. It's going to be lights out on the defense. Back to the corner for Mel. Ethereon able to get past one, but can he get another? Not going to be able to get through, but here comes Dave. Big pop off the back wall. Can Zyrek read this one? No, it's a big, wide shot there. A good attempt from Zyrek, but not going to be able to drop that one into the net. Lights out again, reading the ball back towards middle. It's going to be Toms with the first touch. Dave going for the second, but it's not able to drop in. Nice pop here by Nyx. It's not enough. It's all the way back to the corner here. Zyrek trying to keep the ball out of the blue turf. Going for the touch. Not able to connect with that one, but it's going to be Nyx right below. And he's going to try and get the pass over to Dave. Not going to be able to do it. And the aggression here between both teams, like they're just, both squads are doing such a great job of keeping the momentum rolling. I just say that. But there it is. Lights out. Able to tuck one away here on the Speed Demons. An unfortunate bounce by Nyx. Just missing the ball. Bounce off the bagger's car into their own net.
Yeah, Nyx and by extension the Speed Demons have the same number of goals in their own net as they do in the opponent's net. This is not a good trajectory if you're the side of the Speed Demons and you're trying to show that we want to win these games. We're not just the 15th power ranking team. We can show up, we can give the number 1 seed a run for their money, but in the end, Nick's just kind of a little bit of miscommunication there. Zyrek's gonna try to take this over from Dave, try to get the center, can't quite do so. Nick's a little bit awkward on the back wall. Mel gets kind of faked out by it, so the ball's gonna go the Speed Demons' way. And also one more comment about Nyx is I really love his shot placement. I feel like his shots have been on the mark, been pretty good. He's just lacking just a little bit of power, and that will come with time. I bet he will be kind of play some free play, understanding where he needs to get power, and he's just gonna get a squeeze of 50-50, but the ball's just gonna go a little bit high. No fault of his. The placement was there. It's just the Spectres just get in the way just enough to force that high, but Mel going the other way with a good pass from Lights Out. These two connect very well with each other, and Mel's just gonna tap this under the crossbar. 2-0 for the side of the Spectres. Speed Demons need to show up here if they want to steal a game.
Beautiful plays, like you said. Lights Out getting that clutch pass over to Mel, getting the final touch, able to put that one away, throwing off the Speed Demons once again. This is now 2-0 here for the Spectres. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play as we approach that halftime margin. It's going to be a big pop here by Toms. Over to Nyx. Nyx with the clear. It's going to be Lights Out resetting that ball. Dave with the energy, getting it back into the middle, but it's going to be Nyx taking out Lights Out as well. Using that demos as the aggression to keep the ball moving forward. Zyrek trying to chase down the opponent. Can they get through him? No. I like the play and attempt by Zyrek trying to get that demo there, but it's Lights Out able to dodge that and pull away. It's 2 minutes on the clock. Speed Demons definitely need to find a net soon if they want to bring this back to a tied game, possibly take the series or take the match if they can. And it's going to be Lights Out here again with another pop to the side. Nyx with the redirect back to the middle. Is anybody there? It's going to be Toms. Able to get the clear, going for the double touch, but not able to connect. It's going to be Mel off to the back wall. And a nice clear again by the Speed Demons. And the match is, again, it's close like it was for game number 2. I just want to see the Speed Demons get at least one on the board here. If they can find some sort of way to break through the defense here by the Spectres, I would love to see any sort of play work out, and every time I say it, it's just inches away from happening. It's going to be Mel, and he lines it up. I take it back. Another one for the Spectres, and the Speed Demons are running out of gas.
Yeah, Speed Demons were pushing, trying to get a goal, trying to squeeze the Spectres, trying to force through a goal, and they have been pretty successful in getting offensive pressure. They have 10 shots, the Spectres have 4, but it's the counter attack that's killing them, and going against again on the other side, this game has felt a little bit closer than the scoreline would suggest, but the Spectres have just been kind of sitting back, letting the Speed Demons attack, and then capitalizing with amazing saves off the back of Mel. Mel, Lights Out, and Toms, all with 3 saves apiece, all with saviors. They have been playing an amazingly defensive game this game for game 3, and that's what's really been killing the Speed Demons. With 35 seconds to go, Spectres are set for a 9-0 start as we head into our first bye week. Dave is going to try to center it, try to get Speed Demons a little bit some life, a little bit, try to help the goal differential a little bit. Zyrek will get this cleared. Ball goes back to the Speed Demons half. They're going to get this cleared. Zyrek clears it, but Mel's going to get the touch off the back wall. 10 seconds go. Far too late for anything, but can Mel get a 4th goal? Lights Out. He's going to hit this to the corner. Tom's trying to get in center. Mel with a shot. And Dave is going to save the embarrassment, but Lights Out's going to put this back center, but Mel can't get to it. Speed Demons are going to lose game 3, going to get swept by the Spectres, who are now 9-0. Lights Out with 4 saves. Mel and Tom each with 3. Saviors across the board. What a game.
Oh, and right you are, Drek. The biggest thing that stood out to me, like you were bringing up there as well, the Spectres' defense was unpenetrable. They could not get through them. They had multiple shots. They had more shots in multiple games, actually, here, but they still just could not get through the defense. The Spectres were not letting anything slide by, and it was a rare experience for the Speed Demons to get a goal here, and I think that was the big drastic difference here and why the Spectres were able to take these matches.
I mean, yeah, especially because when you see on on the side of the Speed Demons, like they had so much aggression. The ball was almost felt like it was almost always in the Speed Demons in the Spectre's half, sorry. And that there was like it was just one little shot away and it just wouldn't go. And it's mainly due to some amazing defense from Mel, particularly playing both sides, being a very strong offensive threat and coming back with some great saves. And who joins us now? Mel. How you feeling?
Man, my hands are sweating after game 2. Oof.
Mel, you put on quite a show across these games. You were the standout player easily for the Spectre on the defense side. You would not let a ball get past you for 90% of these games. Watching you from the beginning all the way to the end, you kept the defense strong. Did they feel like the Speed Demons were stepping up their game as it got into game number 2?
Yeah, no, they had a whole lot of pressure. We couldn't really get out of our half, but we just had really great defense to hold them off.
I like the plays. As well, I wanted to say the Spectres coming into this game, we had the Speed Demons and you playing in this best of 3. We thought the Speed Demons were going to have a bit of a battle here for you. Zyrek definitely went off in a couple games there as well. Was there any player from the from the Speed Demons, apologies, that was more of a concern that you guys were worried about dealing with?
Yeah, I mean Zyrek obviously they just added him. It's unfortunate they had a sub. I think if they had it on fire, it would have been, they obviously you can't blame Nix because he's just lower rated, but they would have just been closer to cap, and I think it would have been definitely a battle for sure.
All right, Drac, you got any more questions, my friend?
Yeah, I want to take this to the context of the league in general. You guys going into this game were 6-0, the only team undefeated. Power rankings had you 4th. Was that a motivating factor today?
I mean, yeah, it always is for sure. I mean, we want to be number one, obviously. Who doesn't? But uh, I guess it's our matchups that didn't make us number one. But I'm just looking to tear down anyone that's in front of us.
Nicely stated. You guys are now 9-0 going into the bye week. Coming out of the bye week, week 4, you guys are playing the Rangers, who I don't know if you've seen, but Niners back on the Rangers. So
Yeah,
are
I'm
you a
aware.
little bit more intimidated? Does this feel like a real test for you guys, or are you kind of looking past them as somebody a little bit later on?
Oh no, no, we are. Yeah, no, that's definitely going to be our hardest series for sure. That game is going to be crazy. With Niner and George keeping them both. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty. That's the team where if we beat, we solidified ourselves as probably the best team in the league.
Nice, nice. And finally, you pick up Toms for this sub, and I like highlighting the subs because, especially the free agents may not necessarily get the chance to play also that frequently. Tell me what you saw in Tom's today. Did you like what you saw? Did he play well? I saw him really contributing on the offense, especially in that game two, kind of being a target for you guys when you were clearing the ball out. Is that
Yeah.
like tell me a little bit about him, what you saw today?
I mean, he's definitely he's 190, I think, and he's definitely good for 190. He's mechanical, doesn't make any big mistakes, which is all you really need in your like mid-tier player. So yeah, I mean, if anyone needs a 190, Tom's is definitely a good pickup.
Appreciate you stopping in and having a word with us. Congratulations, continuing your unbeaten streak in the QRLS. Have a restful bye, and we'll be looking forward to you playing the Rangers week 4.
W casting.
Congratulations, Mel. Take care, brother.
Thank you, you too.
All right, Drac Pack. That is it for the night. I believe
Oh,
that is our only
not
match. Oh no,
quite.
no, apologies. You're right. We have another
We've
one
got one
in an
more
hour.
match, the last matchup of the
Yes.
week later tonight at 9:30 Eastern time. I do believe it'll be the Astros versus the Bleacher Boys. Tune in for that one, but it's done for the stream for now. So,
That will do it, Drac. Good chatting with you as usual. Guys, stay tuned. In an hour, we're going to have another match here back in the QRLS. But until we get there, make sure you keep it quick.